Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. And at the end of the last stream, guys, we completed our climb of Devil's Peak, and we are here at the communication station. There's the peak right there. That is awesome. Looks like there should be a giant fiery eyeball between the horns. But I think we can finally get this quest taken care of, speak to the information broker, and at least start the process of getting off of this planet. Before we head in, though...
Hiram must have sealed the door. He spooks easy.
Okay. Let's go ahead and explore the rest of the outside, just in case they left any goodies for us. Oh yeah, it's a nice little chair. You can watch the view. It's a good view, though, all things considered. This area is so, like, well... It defendable. It's like a fortress if they had had enough troops. There were not enough marauders. Probably they're all inside, though. So, let's see what we can do about thinning the numbers, potentially. Transition to Devil's Peak Station. So we've had developments with that. We've had developments with Zora not being particularly happy, discovering that Graham was the reason for the Amber Heights massacre. So, you know, we kind of liked Graham when we first showed up and talked to him, but he was just kind of luring us into a false sense of security because he doesn't really accept any responsibility for what happened. So I assume that Zora is going to give us a quest to deal with Graham somehow. So that should be fairly interesting. Oh, there's a lot of bad guys if my radar is accurate.
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Can't? We'll see about that.
Mm-hmm.
Boss?
That's one.
Here they come!
Oh, Nyoka, don't fall for that.
Mess with us?
Let the captain go ahead and deal with it. There's going to be a lot to loot here. I'll betcha.
Here's the elevator, but it ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
We can certainly do that. What do you got here? Bullets and things. Well, we'll sell our junk. And I'm still balking on selling all of our armor. I don't know why. It just seems cool to have all these different armor types here. Get rid of that one. And some of this is actually their regular clothes, so I'm wanting to make sure that we don't sell those. Okay, what about food? Oh, we've got a lot of food. That's what we can sell. Alright. We will sell all but one of our vodkas. Oh, ooh, that. Nearly sold all of our adrenos again. Which I do not want to do. Alright. We should be in good shape now. Hopefully. Well, my day, my morning was awesome. I went ahead and posted that on social media. I know you saw that, but went to the desert dunes. Just kind of had some time to myself to recenter. And really needed that. Feel a lot better off than I did. And then came home, ate and slept, and feel good. How about you guys? Toss ball. 8-bit cartridge. Gigantar. Well, there's nowhere we can really go except this direction, so did some cleaning. Yeah, that was one thing I was actually talking to some folks about today, is the fact that a lot of people are getting a realization that they base a lot of their life on their work. And if that work is gone or that work's not available, whew, they're having to find stuff to kind of even it out. Which is good, though, I think, in the long run. Okay, we got the pipe patch. Let's go ahead and break in here. Hey, Skibone. Ooh, the weapons. The cartridges. I'm glad the money doesn't weigh anything. At least I don't think it does. And a bin. Elite troop armor. Stun baton ultra. Tried to say baton and ultra at the same time, and that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Ooh. Let's get some story. Memorandum. Environmental Controls Installation and Keycard. Barb. The new Environmental Controls terminal is now installed and running upstairs. Congratulations. You managed to message corporate about it. You get to manage it. Consider this your official notice to hide its access keycard deep in the bottom of a drawer somewhere, preferably within the archives or in one of the station's other popular sections, because I sure as hell will not allow our station's efficiency scores to plummet due to a pointless safety feature. Don't even think about testing the system out. The emergency sirens will make your ears bleed, and if you accidentally trigger the fire suppression system, it can suck the air from the room faster than the station's last performance review. Val. Probably should...
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face to intercom.
Okay, one moment, please. That must be our contact.
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast.
Oh, he's a streamer. Let's say nothing for right now.
I see why Nyoka tolerates you. Fine, I'll do the talking. By the hand of fate and my own cunning skill, I run this station. The Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I have need of you. As my newest contractor, you may call me the broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone calls me that, aside from you.
Speaking of, I'm working with Berthold. C3's ready to fight.
Oh, now they'll take action. It's about time, I tell you. I'm up to my neck in Marauders in here, which, by the by, they were supposed to prevent. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate.
Ooh.
They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again.
So, how many Marauders broke into the station exactly?
Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out in the first place. Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcast equipment, I'll be out of a job, permanently.
I'll see what I can do. Okay, so that has been updated. The broker will unlock his door after the Marauders in the broadcast center have been cleared. 0 out of 7. So let's look at the map here. Everything was pretty cut and dry. What's in here?
It's all the wrist.
More ammo. Another lovely secret snack chamber. And what was... Weapons at bits. Standard troop helmet. Okay, I was expecting there was going to be more here. That's alright. Mag pick that I may have missed. And back to the elevator.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready. C3's entering through the main doors as we speak. About damn time.
So I don't know where the door is going to open exactly. I assume right here. Yep.
Light 'em on fire, ladies and gents.
Oh, Berthold. Oh, that's Berthold. Woo!
What was that?
Hey, go!
That's odd.
Company ammo.
Jacket! We're coming! Oh, that's the last of him.
Is that the last of them?
Company ammo.
I just run in here and do most of your job for you? Good to have some.
Huh? Something's not right.
Oh!
Come out and play.
What make you pay?
Oh, we got a... Man down!
Heads up, boss!
The last of them, I think.
Oh, man, Donald. Oh, Berthold! Rest in peace, my friend. Ain't that a shame? Not a whole lot we could do about it. And didn't know that they were... Hunting rifle ultra. Ooh, vodka. That's the thing, play the game. You gotta deal with all the consequences. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. So we talked about it. And Berthold decided in his infinite grace that he wanted to give us his share. And you can't prove otherwise. Purple berry liquor. Anything here we can actually use? Nope. Everything is pretty much on the fritz. Where did we come in from? I think we came in from here. Oh no, this is the way out. Ah. Alright, this is where they came in from. Purple berry fizzy tea. Ew. I hate tea on the best of days. Well, there was no chance of us being stealthy at all, knowing what was about to happen. There's where we came in. Another corporate service. Yes, yes. Pure water. Can't take the crescent wrench, which I'm kind of sad about. If it's good enough for Professor Plum, it's good enough for me. Inclement weather warning. Regional severe alert. Next 72 hours, chance of thunderstorms and severe thunderstorms, including lightning strikes, forecast across the mountain region. From V. Ramsey, Emergency Protocols. To Broker. As I stated in my prior 4 messages, there is simply no cause for alarm. I swear to you, Hiram, the situation is under control. What you call a near emergency, I would consider a non-event. Yes, a high-energy transmission was used for too lengthy a period of time. And yes, the generators cannot safely support that activity. Yes and yes, they could have been damaged under load, but the point remains, nothing happened. We caught the issue in time. The engineers involved were reprimanded. I swear on my mama's grave it will not happen again. Now please, cease contacting me for daily updates on the status of the generators. Thank you, Val. From I am a voyeur to Ramsey, subject toilets. What in the black hole were you thinking, Val? At some point, space efficiency becomes the inverse to time efficiency, and one negates the other. What I mean is, how am I to do my morning business when the toilets are directly facing the open showers? You might like watching fellows scrub their jigglies while you were taking a steaming dump, but I don't. Sincerely, thanks for the peep show. Not really. That was sarcasm. Theodore. Toilets. On the contrary, Theo, not only is it spatially efficient design, but also encourages simultaneous users to hurry their business. Don't like? Don't look. Or speed it up and move on. After all, the faster you're back to your station, the happier we'll all be. Warmest regards, Val. P.S. You take too many bathroom breaks, and you know it. Such a lovely group. They seem that they enjoy each other's company so much. Machine gun. Ultra flamethrower. Halcyon is a hellhole. Yeah, it really is. It's a hellhole of convenience. Not to mention getting occasionally eaten. Well, Addie?
Approaching! I sharp C3s!
You're the only C3 left alive.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. Do hurry on in.
Congratulations on your promotion. Ooh, mechanical sentries. All over. Okay, before we talk to you, Hiram, let's see what we can steal. What are you? Okay, just a standard flamethrower. I was like, oh, that is a very big, impressive looking firearm. And it's literally a firearm. Purple berry lunch. And then whatever is past that way. And we can't talk to the sentries, unfortunately.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. And you got me my money's worth out of the C3s. I ought to have simply dealt with you in the first place.
Well, I didn't exactly do it out of the goodness of my heart, if you get my drift.
Yes, I believe I do. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But, I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
You're not an easy man to reach, Broca.
That is the primary goal behind locking myself high in a tower. Some folks don't look kindly on me being a purveyor of delicate information. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Have you seen Doc Wells? The guy's ancient. You take any more time and he's liable to croak.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. I was delayed by MSI and the Iconoclasts. The idiots were scrambling all transmissions to override each other's broadcasts. But as you've shut them down, I'm back in business. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in
pirate
setting
radio.
the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments.
Well, Phineas doesn't trust many people, Hiram. How'd he hook up with you?
You make it sound so scandalous. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history.
Now you hold on. I do not physically go between anyone but that of my choose. Oh, apologies. You meant, right. Yes, I braved the wilderness, so you don't have to.
Precisely. I really ought to give you a raise.
All right. So go ahead and tell me how to fix it.
It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here.
Except that it needs 3 keys before it'll activate, and I have to go find them, right?
Eternal, no. What is wrong with you? Who would ever design something like that? However, you're welcome to brew me a Rizzo Insta-Coffee from the staff kitchen on your way back. Just step outside, flip the switch, depart forever. Understood? Good. Marvelous. We're in agreement.
This is why I stopped helping out around here, you know. It's always throw this lever, shoot that marauder, save my life. Just one thing after another with you.
Yeah, we heard you the first time. Let's just get this over with.
Got it.
Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you.
Okay, well, he's got some robots to help out. We got a side entrance here. Ooh. Oh, Triplade. Purple berry liqueur. Oh. What's in the safe?
Nicely done.
Some more money. Which I am glad for. Bit cartridges, and what we got here. Authorized broadcaster. Select recorded transmissions for a listing of all scheduled incoming and outgoing broadcast. To go live, please ask your producer to initiate broadcasting. Do not begin broadcasting without the supervision of a senior producer. Thank you, Val. And now, a message from our sponsors. Tired of itchy acid burns? Try Auntie Cleo's artisanal boar-scented moisturizing cream. Priority log. The station's primary band is operating with minimal signal interference. No outgoing transmissions remain for broadcast. Personnel files. Personnel files for Hiram Blythe. Memorandum titled Clear Blue Skies, Mood Optimistic. Dare I say, the future is looking bright. Indeed, I can run a full gamut of operations without ever leaving the sanctuary of the broadcast room. Thank you for that, Lurkath. Sanjar and Graham are living up their promises and have not interfered with initial broadcasts. The deal is holding, and I believe I can make a life here. Sneaky. Mood sneaky. Had a near miss the other day. Nearly ended up with a board on my trail. We'll mark that trial firmly in the failure category. One must experiment, however, to ascertain the best methods. I have found thus far that the most reliable method for evading detection within the limited frequency of Monarch's off-world transmissions involves duplicating regular news broadcasts on several unused frequencies. My information gathering associates know to filter out the sounds in the vocal range, in turn isolating the embedded data, and the board's authorities are none the wiser. Playing hazard has never been so thrilling, nor high stakes. Should have known, mood furious. Pox it all, those imbecilic children. In their hatred of each other, Sanjar and Graham have oversaturated my keybands. They'll take down each other all right, and me right alongside them. I should never have invited them to play. But what to do about it now? What to do indeed. And apparently we can begin broadcasting if we want to, so... Oh, can we not save our game? Okay. He gave me the option not to save. I was like, uh-oh. I guess because it was auto-saving. Let's broadcast. Authorized broadcaster. Don't even try to pretend you're unaware that all broadcasting is currently locked down. Please return to milling about the break room and lamenting that internship in corporate arbitration you never finished. Or, to override the lock on recording, simply enter your admin username and blank in the command line. Oh, you can't? Well, maybe you should have been nicer to Val. Ooh. Well, no broadcasting for us. So we'll go ahead and travel out here, flip the switch. There's probably a Mega Mantiqueen or something blocking the way. Or another Marauder base. And then we'll head back and we should be in good shape. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I didn't see any other posters. I haven't seen anything that we can steal other than the one that we grabbed in Fallbrook. Never mind. We have been stealing posters. So what do you guys think? Are we going to be dealing with wildlife, or...?
You know, Nyoka, between you and me, we know all there is to know about Monarch.
What makes you say that?
Well, you got your life experience as a hunter, and I've memorized every episode of Terror on Monarch.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Terror on Monarch's a riot. It's all made up, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, right. Next, you're gonna tell me Halsey and Helen weren't based on a real person.
I won't tell you that, no. You seem happier in your ignorance.
Yes, very much. Bless Felix's heart. This does look like a place where we would get into some sort of boss fight, so we probably need to break down our loot before we flip that switch. Plasma launcher, can we go behind there? Nope. Okay, here we go.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a go for broadcast. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data.
Good.
Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower.
Happily. I'll try not to bother you again.
Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior, but I must admit I have grown rather fond of you. As Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments with many. Do take care.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain.
Got our own Mr. Universe.
Ross, are you seeing this?
Seeing what? That ain't good.
Black holes. Did you see that?
Yeah, whose ship was that?
Looked like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I'd guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers, but don't cite me on that. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram, are you there?
Oh, this is what's gonna cause a conflict, I bet. Will someone explain what's going on?
Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
You know, surely we can talk this over.
Ah, I see you learned nothing while dealing with these buffoons. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
Here we go. So this is very similar to what happened back on Terra 2.
Must have been nice. Throwing off the shackles of your old job. Taking up the rugged life of a hunter.
Sure, it's... Wait, what?
Board must have forced you to do something till you decided to be a hunter. I was hauling boxes till the boss picked me up.
It's not like I threw off the shackles of some other life. I grew up on Monarch. I've always been a hunter. Anything else would be a waste of my outstanding talents.
I get it. You picked a path for yourself and never looked back. According to the board, what you did was impossible.
The board also claims it's impossible to live on Monarch, yet here I stand. They believe gainful employment necessary to one's survival. I believe the board can kiss my ass.
Boss man got himself dead? Never thought I'd see the day. Now who's to call the shots?
That's a big heaping helping of not my problem.
Boss man snuffed it, huh? This mean my pending promotion's on ice?
I doubt it. I think your promotion probably got moved to the front of the queue. Where are we going now? What is this? Oh, okay. So that's why we have the fast travel to Cascadia. Cool. What else do we have here? Got to speak to Phineas. Groundbreaker. Retrieve the gunship's targeting module. Oh, we need to ask Hiram for help. Well, boo. I completely forgot that. You better let us back into, inside. I hope that wasn't like a one-time opportunity. Airways cleared. So we need to decide who we're gonna side with, but there's also the issue of Graham. Like, do we need to go talk to Zora first? Just to make sure that she's got her head on straight before we decide to head that direction? I reckon that'd probably be best. Just to see. But first... Oh, it's locked. You're not going to let us back in. Hold on. Intercom. Oh, crap. We actually may have to load the game up again, guys. You know what? I'm glad that we went ahead and saved that before I decided to do anything else. Of course, he's not going to make it easy for to head back to see him.
Have some information for me?
Nyoka needs a favor, Hiram.
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me.
Well, she's your friend and she's in need. You're the only one who can help her.
Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you? Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believed them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck.
So you consider yourself an info broker. What exactly is that?
Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts. Ask me what you will.
I'm curious about MSI and the Iconoclasts.
They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know?
So, what's exactly the story there?
You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership.
So MSI would have had to stay behind while the other corporations left.
Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra 1 uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other corps left, take over the planet.
So you're the glue that brought them together, huh?
Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play Revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tavern. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time.
Why did the partnership fall apart, do you think?
Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray.
So we actually had to load up the game before we tried to broadcast because I forgot to ask him about Nyoka's favor. He found the coordinates for Nyoka's 2 friends. We're going to head there. It's on Terra 2. And I'll go ahead and kind of give you an idea as to what's going to happen after that. I'm curious about Graham Bryant's deep dark secrets, Hiram.
Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago.
Can we tell him? Oh. I could use some dirt on Sanjar as well.
Sanjar is not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights.
What do you mean?
I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1 once the other corporations had abandoned the planet. The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes in the night.
I want to ask you about something else.
Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information.
Let's go ahead and talk about the board.
There are so many members. Do specify.
Got any compromising information on the chairman?
If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared.
Ooh.
MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status.
So the chairman demonizes Monarch rather than welcome it back into the fold.
Exactly. But You didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me.
So no matter what Sanjar tries to do, the chairman's just going to basically give a thumbs down to it.
Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of information.
What can you tell me about Phineas, Hiram?
Not much, admittedly.
You must know something about him.
I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain.
Greater good.
I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font.
Have you received any broadcasts from Earth?
What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price.
That's enough gossip for now.
How low you seemingly regard my trade.
Need to head out, Hiram.
Give my regards to Phineas.
Oh, I guess we can go back there, but maybe, like, not now. After we get out of this area. Okay, and then we tried to broadcast. They'll say no. Let's go ahead and break down these weapons. Head out to the relay, flip the switch, and watch all hell break loose. Because while you were gone, Kath, pretty much the spark that's going to ignite the powder keg between Amber Heights and Stellar Bay fired off. Hey, David. Game's going good. How are you doing? We'll see what we can do here.
Hey, Felix. I tried your recipe, you know.
You tried my Rizzo's Purple Berry Candy Vodka? Be honest. Great drink or greatest drink?
It's a mite sweet for my taste, but it ain't bad. Gave me a headache, something awful the next morning.
Yeah, the formula's a work in progress, but I'm close to a breakthrough. Figure I should add more sugar.
The headache's on account of the sugar content. You want to get fancy? Find yourself a taro. They've got sweet blood, but it ain't so full of sugar.
Tearaway blood. Got it. What makes it so sweet?
You know, next time I hunt one, I'll have to ask.
In a lot of ways, Felix is just as much of an optimist as Parvati is. Just a different flavor.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Can you hear me? We are a go for broadcast.
I'll go ahead and go through this again
Oh,
and not skip it.
I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower.
Happily. I'll try not to bother you again.
Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior. But I must admit I have grown rather fond of you. As Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments with many. Do take care.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain. What in the void-blasted hell is that?
Yes, indeed.
Black holes. Did you see that?
Whose ship was that?
Looks like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I'd guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers, but don't cite me on that. Oh well, a pity for the crew, but I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect saved me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram, are you there?
Will someone explain to me what's going on?
Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
You know, you're both acting like children.
Par for the course, really. You should do like I did. Get out while you still retain a shred of sanity. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do, Kath. Before we do anything else, we have this new mission. It's over here, so we're actually going to have to take the fast travel to Cascadia and head this way, along this road. But we're going to travel back to Amber Heights and see if Zora maybe has come to some sort of conclusion on what she wants to do, because I don't really want to deal with Graham. So let's take a look at the journal here. Search the outpost at Emerald Vale. Find Parvati fancy clothes. Okay. Retrieve the gunship's targeting module. 010 from the Monarch Judge. And then Space Crime Continuum. And we gotta go talk to Phineas again. Cool. So...
You know, Nyoka, between you and me, we know all there is to know about Monarch.
What makes you say that?
Well, you got your life experience as a hunter, and I've memorized every episode of Terror on Monarch.
Oh, Terror on Monarch's a riot. It's all made up, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, right. Next you're gonna tell me Halcyon and Helen weren't based on a real person.
I won't tell you that, no. You seem happier in your ignorance.
Boss man got himself dead? Never thought I'd see the day. Now who's to call the shots?
Congratulations on your promotion.
Boss man snuffed it, huh? This mean my pending promotion's on ice?
Well, you're probably going to get moved up to third in command. Okay. Let's go ahead and fast travel. We pretty much explored everything that we can here, that I'm aware of at least. Please let Zora be willing to have a chat. You can be both admired and feared by the same faction. They are not mutually exclusive. I'd like to think that I'm the respected. At least we're on good terms with both the Iconoclasts and Stellar Bay. But it looks like we're going to have that same kind of situation that happened between the Deserters and the Spacer's Choice people.
So, Nyoka, I tried your suggestion.
What?
About my special purple berry vodka. You said I should throw in a dash of Terror Ray blood. So I did.
We were just there.
Oh, hell. You didn't get the runs, did you?
Well, I mean, no. Not for long, anyway. Why do you ask?
You gotta boil the blood, Felix, before mixing it all up.
I really wish you would have told me that earlier.
Well, this too shall pass.
Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then, one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
Ooh, could this be Felix's mission? That's cute, Felix. What's the name?
You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
You don't sound exactly too sure about this, Felix.
The guy just vanished without a trace one day. No goodbyes, no explanations. Been gnawing at me ever since, you know?
You think he's in trouble?
That's what I don't know. The message was light on details. No explanations, as usual. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent revolution and seizing the means of production.
Seems to be a theme around here. Well, I can certainly see why you're worried.
Clyde was my first friend, but he was also my mentor. Taught me how to think, how to question, how to disobey. I figured the board got him in the end. Some guys with black uniforms snatching him off the street in the middle of the night or something.
Isolation, day 77. Decided to distract myself with making a cheesecake. Ended up tasting like disappointment and cheddar. Decided to anonymously gift it to neighbor Dan. Well, it seems obviously important to you. Let's go.
Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine.
Oh, Lord.
I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
You can now travel to Harlow's base from your ship. So that was that landing pad that we couldn't reach on Scylla. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll do that a little bit later. Zora, please tell me you're ready to talk now.
Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on straight.
So I'll tell you what. What we're gonna do is I'm afraid that we may get, well, I don't know. Zora may want to turn on Graham. I'm not sure when. So what we're gonna do is I think we need to go ahead and postscript things a little bit. And what I mean by that is let's go ahead and travel to the Groundbreaker. Let's head the stuff off to Lilia. Let's turn in everything that we can, and then maybe Zora will mail us on the ship. Alright, see ya, Dema. Okay, so let's go ahead and travel back to the Unreliable. I just really don't. If we push that and grab that item and then hand it off to someone, is Zora then going to offer us the quest to get rid of Graham? Or is the time, we could not time it right? So I'm kind of worried about it. Also, we need to head back to Terra 2 to the Anti-Cleo facility that we haven't been to in quite a while because that scientist said that he had something for us. He had like a weapon. So hopefully we're making the right call here.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
As they do. Let's go listen to it.
Young Millstone, you look pensive.
I don't know what that means, but I've been thinking. It ain't easy carrying a torch for the Rangers.
I understand. The Rangers' victories are your victories. Their defeats are likewise crushing.
You serious? Wow, Max. Never expected you to understand.
This may come as a surprise to you, Felix, but I understand what it is to be a fan.
Natick.
That's so. You know something? Maybe I was wrong about you.
To be a fan is to cultivate a mental disorder. You're living vicariously through a tossball team.
Nah, I was right the first time. You're a git, Max.
Captain, could I have a moment of your time?
Ooh. I have to tell you, those glasses fit Max like a glove.
I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm.
Well, never mind that. Why'd you feel the need to lie about Cheney?
You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney. And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it. You owe me nothing, I know, but I I'm begging your forgiveness.
All right. But I'm going to be watching you, Vika. You ever lie to me again about anything, you're out.
Thank you. I promise I'll be nothing but truthful from this point forward.
What was it like, being in prison?
Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed the stint. It did provide me with plenty of time to think. The way I see it, the universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too far from the course of your destiny, the world will try to correct for it.
Let's go ahead and move on.
Need something?
Whoa. Was Ellie talking? Hello, Ellie?
Something on your mind?
Nope. Sam just used the rocket boosters. That's kind of cool. Alright. So let's drop down here.
Our fuel cells are now primed with Alta Vitae gas. As the organics say, let us hope we do not explode in transit to the groundbreaker. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Is there... Nope.
I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
So let's head to the groundbreaker first. Ada is awesome. So groundbreaker,
Destination reached.
Terra
The
2.
groundbreaker.
I don't want to talk to Phineas yet. Who are we? Let's go with Ellie, because we haven't had Ellie tag along with us for a while. And Sam. They should have some interesting conversations. Then we'll head to Auntie Cleo's, and then check out wherever this place is we need to go on Terra 2 to find Yoka's buddies. And we can go ahead and just have Sam tag along with us. And then when we go back on Scylla, we'll have Max and Felix. And we'll just start taking care of everything. We can't take care of Parvati's because we need to go to Byzantium, and we don't have that pathway yet. I assume that'll probably become available after we talk to Phineas. We'll see. And the thing that I am hoping for more than anything is that we have some mail or a communication from Zora when we get back from one of these pit stops. That's the dream, at least. Anything cool? Who actually makes the vermin? Hammersmith. Now, is that an armor and armament vendor here? Ike's Armory. I mean, that's something.
Hey, look who it is. What'll it be?
Okay, just armor, predominantly. It's worth a shot. Let's go ahead and sell the plasma launcher. And sell the junk. Sam's got his weak spot, like, right here, though. That's the only thing that bugs me. Lilia.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
Oh, persuade 100. Well, the height of ambition for us all.
You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor.
Do you always have a habit of sending your first-timers into certain peril?
I guess you're just one of the lucky ones. Look on the bright side. You just started and you're already on the path to a promotion. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine sounds pleased as a pig in shit over cornering the Borst markets. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they?
Well, it depends on what you mean by strange.
Like they were hanging on to your every word, scheming. And when you turned around, maybe they just oinked like innocent little idiots.
It's like Animal Farm. You know, now that I think about it, I could have sworn that one of them winked at me.
I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know?
You doing okay, Lilia?
I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns you. At least, not yet. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
Sounds like a major business expansion. It pays to get in on those early, you know.
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain.
So how did a research station become salvage exactly?
Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant Sublight's flag. Perfectly legit, perfectly legal.
Sounds risky. You have a buyer lined up?
Not this time. The board tolerates our business up to a point, and selling off a station full of their old gear and terminals crosses that point. But if we were to move in and commandeer the station as a Sublight salvage remote office, that's a different matter. Legally gray by comparison. More of a squatter situation.
More like guidelines and actual rules. Well, I guess you just point me in the right direction then.
Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that.
You're being cryptic. Again.
I'm being smart. Try it sometime. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
That was a really sensitive thing, because we just lost faction because of that. So, can we look at our reputation? I mean, we're revered with Sublight. 88%. And the board, surprisingly, is neutral to us, which is interesting. And both the Deserters and Spacer's Choice like us quite a bit. It's a strange universe. Okay. So, let's go ahead and... actually wonder if there's anything we can sell to our contact here. I know, ain't I, Mr. Popular?
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. Want a charming copper...
Oh. Okay, nothing... nothing out of the ordinary. Alright. Vending machine. I've been told to check them all because you never know what they may have. Because they change depending on...
Feels like the ace.
Okay. Because apparently they change depending on other stuff going on.
Hey, Sam, tell a dirty joke.
Command not recognized.
Fine, tell any joke.
Please repeat the instruction.
Get screwed, Sam.
Request is invalid.
Don't you be mean to Sam. Sam's our buddy. Went through a lot of work to get that piece to fix him. Alright, so next up is Terra 2. Should we go ahead and hit the salvage station, or go to that station that she went ahead and sent us to as well? I just figured we needed a little, not only because of the Zora thing, but I'd like to take a little bit of time off of Monarch since we'd been there for so long. That was just a huge quest hub. Sam is the only one who served faithfully without asking for anything in return. This is true. And he dutifully cleans the ship. The only thing that I wish that this game had was, like...
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Our, like, starship fights. And you could actually take the Unreliable out for a fight. Which would be cool. Let's check... Nothing new. I was hoping. I don't think we need to sleep or anything, so... Alright, what are you two babbling about?
What you reading, Max?
If I tell you, will you leave me alone?
Probably not. What is it with you and books, anyway?
Some of us like to improve ourselves, Dr. Fenhill.
No, I mean keeping those paper books. You got the data pad. Why waste the cargo space? You one of those people who wears reading glasses to look smart?
Huh. Well, he looks at me, he's like, you equipped these on me. You take responsibility. Okie doke. Back to Terra 2. So we got the Edgewater landing pad, the Roseway landing pad. Let's go ahead and land on Roseway.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
I think everyone looks stylish right now. And we'll keep our current group. We'll have to have Max and Parvati when we go do the salvaging. Just because Parvati's got the engineering while Max has the science and the hacking. So I think that's a really good balance when it comes to... I think we're pretty good on the combat front. That doesn't worry me at all. But we will just have to see. I would like to take Sam into a combat situation here eventually. I forgot how pretty this was. Roseway, right? Yep. I like how Rizzo's is the working man's vodka. Figure that's what our captain would prefer. So I just need to remember what building our scientist friend is in. Because out of all the weapons that we have seen, that pistol that he handed us off, I haven't been able to see that in a store or anything. We haven't looted it. It seems to be a very unique thing, so I haven't sold it. It's just been sitting in our inventory the entire time. Actually, is this guy still here? He is not.
Probably gonna get fired. You know that, yeah?
I don't know. I think you're fine. Okay, where was he? Was he in the apartments? Well then.
We are experiencing a security event, sir and/or madam. Please vacate the premises immediately and return to your domicile or designated workplace.
Relax. I just have a few questions.
I'm not allowed to answer questions without a signed affidavit from my superior officer. But he got eaten by rats, so I guess it's okay.
Oh, okay. That's just going back to the old stuff. Okay, scientist. It wasn't this guy. Whoa! Oh, it's one of Phineas's wanted posters. I was like, nice!
The best way to win a game is by getting the most body goals.
Where did you go? You weren't in here. Not in here. Can't steal that poster. We did business with that guy. There's the bar. Was he off in his own little side building? Okay, that makes sense. Just gotta find it, is all. I know he was in this, he was in here for sure. No, it wasn't a quest. We just got that message from him that we needed to go say hello. So maybe... Hey, Z! Was this where it was? Oh. There he is.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. I went to great risk to send that.
I did. And what exactly did you mean by an item of great value?
Aha. I knew that it'd entice you to return to our dangerously unprofitable township. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before it gets confiscated.
Confiscated? Why's that?
The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, Auntie Cleo R&D felt otherwise. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature, which makes this an illegal prototype weapon.
Ooh.
Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than destroyed.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'll make sure to put it to good use. So, what did we... Handguns, 220 DPS, 44, 15. It's not near... Okay. Special effect bleed with corrosion, 313, 385. It's actually not as good as the Salvager's Helper that we already have. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. So we got that taken care of. Let's... get back on the Unreliable, and we will head now back to Edgewater and see where that area is with Nyoka's friends. I am wondering if they probably did. I hope we don't have to kill them, or there may be like some sort of nasty. Oh, wait a minute. There was that. Was it a Mantiqueen? Kath, do you remember that broke out of the enclosure in the community center near Edgewater? Or there was some sort of terrible beastie.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Yeah, something
We are
unsavory.
now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and have Sam and Nyoka tag along for this. Ada is a tattletale. Snitches get stitches. Ah, well, we'll see. If we don't get anything from Zora, what I'm going to assume is either in the mission, we're given the option to turn against Graham, or Graham gives us the option to turn against Zora. You know, one of the two. Or maybe Zora will give us the quest beforehand. It's been a long time since we've been over here. We are properly equipped. Inactive quest. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it was at Roseway, wasn't it? Oh, boo. Okay, that was my bad. I wasn't even paying attention. Do we think we should talk to Sanjar first? That's a possibility. Well, the thing about it is if we're going to hand that off to anyone, we need to hand it off to Sanjar, unless Zora has control. What I'd like to do is actually have them work together. Maybe we can have a compromise like we did over here with Reed, where Reed left, and then, you know what I mean? Like hopefully there's other ways that we can go about it. All right, Z, you have a good one. Thank you for that lurk.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Oh, do you have a friend? Where's Parvati? Maybe Ada has her own quest. That'd be cool.
Now don't move, you got a little bit of sick in your tread. There, spick and span. Next time you find Nyoka fixing to barf, you come get me. I'll make sure she hits the can. What did I tell you about stealing? Oh, hey, Captain.
Hi.
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores.
Aw.
Issuing sanitation ticket. Error. Refill printer paper.
Good work, Sam. Like I said, good work, Sam.
Thank you, customer. Warning! Raptidon claws carry bacteria and have the potential to cause organic death due to massive amounts of blood loss. Service cancellation request processing.
Back to work, Sam. That's kind of cute, though. Okay.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Yeah, I was hoping we were going to get a wave.
I'll be here. We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Okay, we'll try to do it without mistakes this go around.
Avoid damaging yourself.
I didn't hear that part about others. We're good. So what do you think? Are we going to save her friends? Are we going to kill her friends? Are we going to find them already dead? And then Nyoka will be all sorts of vengeful. I'd say it's pretty even money for all three. Unless there's some sort of swerve going on. Saving would be nice for a change, yes. Alright, now that I'm actually paying attention to this. Where do we go? Star-Crossed Troopers? Yeah. Or is that... I didn't even have that on the... I derped again. Well, this is me getting lost. These things happen. Wouldn't be an RPG without me getting lost. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. We're just taking the scenic route. We're burning some fuel. We're getting all of that harmful gas out of the engine. That's just what we're going for right now.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Thank you, Ada, for not questioning why we're doing this. So then after that, we'll head to Scylla and get the missions taken care of for Max and Felix. And then that should... Because I guess we got rid... Well, no, we haven't done anything for Ellie other than recruit her. But we haven't got any new information from her. Nothing from Sam. Everyone else, though, we've got some sort of postscript or some such. There we go. Alright, I see the waypoint. It's 680 meters or so away. Near the geothermal power plant. Remember all the good times we had? I bet there's like a mega Mantiqueen. Wonder how Adelaide is handling her new post. Well, we can always go back and check. See if there's been any significant changes. Go into the Saltuna cannery. See if it's got turned into a greenhouse yet. Whoa. Okay, everything here should be very much dead. Memories! Okay, so we'll... It's the middle of the night. Hopefully that doesn't alter things all that much. Pterodon! Or Terra Rays.
Performance evaluation is sterling.
Thank you, Sam. Sam has good things to say about us. I knew we kept him around for a reason. Oh, we got marauders here.
I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
Do you not see the marauders? Alright, I guess we're doing this.
And ready to kill germs.
We're done here.
Okay, well, that happened. Yeah, that leadership, man. That's probably one of the best calls we've made. I don't think I ever came over here the first time. So we'll head into that building that we need for the mission last. Let's go ahead and get to some burgling. Spacer's Chaw. Skin Salve. Near maple syrup. Energy cell. This place actually reminds me a little bit of the Deserters base, other than the Spacer's Choice stuff all over. Yeah, we shot your head clean off, didn't we? Seems to be everything except this.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders? You in there? Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Sam, making blood-stained clean again.
Now's not the time, Sam. Alright. Let's go ahead and secure the room first. Before we look at the bodies. Standard police procedure. I hope Nyoka doesn't die of alcoholism during this playthrough. Anderson's Charon medallion. Rebecca's Charon medallion. Its display is faded and the buttons are almost entirely rusted through, but you can still make out bits and pieces of what looks like Rebecca's final entries. Law help me, but Anderson was right. We never should have taken this contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or addled or I don't know what. The towns won't let us walk in without an employment contract. Can't even find someone to let me send a message. For all the capable folk here, we're stuck. Back home, we had to fight for every meal because there were no meals that you didn't make yourself. Here there's plenty, but nobody's allowed to give you one. We've been stealing bits and pieces of life from wherever we can. Anderson is about ready to sign up. Offer his life in service to Spacer's Choice just so he can take a shower. Clara, I hope the architect this never reaches you, but on the off chance it does, I want to say I'm sorry. Anderson and I fucked up. We didn't take the contract for the bits. We didn't take it because Primal sounded cool. We didn't take it because Primal sounded cool. We did it because we wanted out. Monarch's a living hell. We were sick of getting sick. A boiled raptidon and stinking like sulfur no matter how hard you scrub. Of fighting. Day in and day out. We're exhausted. We thought we could use the contract money to find a place here, settle down, but this place ain't any better. It's just different. We're starving all the same. We never should have left. I just thought maybe we could do better. I miss you, kid. Marauders at the door. Henderson's bled out. I'm on my way. I won't let them get me. Not alive, anyway. I've seen what those monsters do.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. I'd leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister.
Good times!
At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth.
So, what now?
Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
Might do it? I didn't think there was anything about the wilderness you didn't know.
That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that you're on an unknown trail. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
Level 24. Skills and perk points available. Huzzah. Okay, let's go ahead and continue to get the inspiration and determination up for the guys. Well, yeah, we can do that. Well, actually, no. Let's go ahead and revert those. I would much rather put them into hacking and lockpicking. There we go. Hey, GL. How you doing? And in terms of our perks, let's go with... Is it thick skin? Revenge. Whenever you're affected by a harmful combat effect, you deal increased damage. Oh, I already have that equipped. Never mind. Let's go with Boom Headshot. Headshot kills explode, damaging nearby enemies. That sounds fun. So now we've got to take... we have 3 quests that lead us to Scylla. Collect 3 pheromone glands from pungent primals. At least we don't have to deal with Colonel Butterscotch anymore. Okay. The space station would be quicker. Yeah, I agree. You're going slightly crazy, GL? Oh, bless your heart. Going all parallax on us. Well, here, let's go to Edgewater and see if there's been any changes to the town. And then we'll travel over to the space station and do a little bit of salvaging. I think that might work out for us. All work and no play make Homer go something something. We'll have to see. I think GL's probably a little bit of column A, column B, Kath, to tell you the truth. Just going crazy in boredom. Okay. Let's see, any changes? You guys talking?
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
I know how you feel.
Okay. Don't know if that's particularly good. We still got corporate troopers. Oh yeah, you two haven't... yeah, you two weren't part of the crew when we went through all this nonsense.
May you find peace in the eternal.
Alright, she's just taking over here. And unfortunately, we do not have Reed's key because Reed is gone. Should have tried and pickpocketed him. Maybe he's in the let's check the bar. He might be in the bar. And then if not, we'll head back to the ship. Just start yelling, Reed!
Sometimes I wonder what
Read! Cannery, resident. Cannery, Winslow. A lot of people out here drinking. Oh, actually, I remember there was something we could talk to Amelia about.
Town's been humming with power. Somebody must have been down in the old plant.
Just felt like chatting.
Go ahead.
So what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Do we have the high enough persuade? Oh, I'm not trying to judge you. Just curious is all.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
So you had a dream about being a scientist. What happened?
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming? I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the
What
work.
scientists do.
So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you gonna pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing 0G?
You know, asking questions, I hear, is the foundation of science. Best scientists ask too many.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong.
Hey,
And
two
for
hands.
that, I am grateful.
Thanks for the story.
Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
That right? Prove it.
Alright. I'm the last survivor of the colony ship Hope. Everyone else is frozen.
I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
So much for small talk. Oh, I'm doing pretty good, two hands.
I hear Reed's leaving town.
Wonder if corporate gave him the boot.
Okay. Back to the unreliable. And it'll be time for some salvage. Yeah, I got a little bit of extra XP. It's all good. So should we go ahead and take, you know, I don't know, maybe we should take just Max and or Parvati and Sam. I need to see what Sam's stats are. I know his science is up, but I don't think he's good with computers. He's definitely good with the cleaning. So we got that working for us at least. Let's look at the stats here real quick. Sam! What you got for me, boss? Oh, his hack is at 68. Okay. Sam and Parvati, away!
So then I told him, oh, ha ha ha, that tickles. How odd. No, don't desist. I think I might like it. Further data collection is required for accurate assessment.
Do you want me to leave you two alone? Oh, look at the smile on her face.
Scanning for C25447. Grade rated contaminants.
Well, I think you're accurate, so he's good at smashing robots.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
And computers as well.
See you soon, Captain.
Well, let me go ahead and get out of you two's way. HR. Okay, let's go.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Alright. So we rock out Parvati and Sam. Let's do some salvaging. I've actually heard that from quite a few people. They got burnt out playing it like right off the bat, and yet they see more and more stuff on it, and they kind of like, man, I wish I had given it more time. You can always play it again. I'm really liking this gunfighter build I'm using right now. Like, I'm using a first version vermin pistol and doing tons of damage. Can't wait till I get the upgrade. Ooh.
Please check battery levels before initiating an extended sanitization session.
The Ice Palace. Shipping label. 1 case of UDL concussive mines to HRS 1084, signed by Chief of Security Ida Kimball. Warning, contents may have shifted in transit. Warranty is void on any and all detonated mines regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying mines is a fireable offense. Mines are not a company-authorized decoration, pet, or sporting equipment. Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposely stand, sit, or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any actions taken or not taken by mines. UDL recognizes that you could have chosen any remote explosive provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety. Quality and safety not guaranteed. For many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Joint actuator. That door is just flat out broke. Got some ammo here at least. You know, could we not go through there yet? Okay, that's sealed. That's probably going to be the way out. Oh. Got a little pathway we could take. Need a computer. Before we do that, let's see where this is going to lead us. Hopefully...
Entering quiet mode.
Hopefully right here in this nice little... Yeah, here we go. Blank UDL keycard. That's going to be helpful, I think. Sawed-off shotgun. Armor parts. Error. Unable to access memory cartridge. Terminal power below 5%. Terminal in maintenance mode. Restore power supply to station to resume normal terminal operations. Gotcha. Okay, so that leads fairly a ways up. Let's go ahead and explore the rest of this. Sam's got all kinds of secrets. Mind your head. Oh, I thought... This is another thing of someone having space madness and... Ooh, hello there, robot. Need to restore power.
Give these little fellas a wide berth, Captain.
I agree. We'll do what we can. Yeah, the ways of Sam are mysterious and unknowable. Well, that was enough to pop the ears a little bit, unfortunately. And we can pop the ultimatum, I think. 402, 313 to 87. The thing about it is that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unequip this and use the ultimatum as my burn weapon. Just because we have seen the bolter pistol before. Just trying to be nice. Defeat all foes. Tossball card, Adreno. Deep fried sisty bits. Worst baked beans. Yeah, actually. Oh, the salvager's helper has been too good to me if I need a acid weapon. Let's steal all these things that I never use. But I do sell them. Okay, that's right down to where the droid is. We saw that before. I assume that this leads the same. Okay. So let's try heading up here via that ladder and see what exactly is going on. Collect the shinies. Yes, yes. That's what I do. Heavy ammo. Got a scientist with some aged whiskey and a hunting rifle. And a broken... So, looks like we don't have an option here. There's no way to restore power currently that I'm seeing. Maybe we can be all super sneaky past that drone. Now also, it gives us time. Can we sneak by the mines? Negative. Okay, restricted air. Okay, that's where the droid is. Sealed. 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 I haven't even looked at the map of this place. Okay, it's not that bad, actually. What about that other... If we had gone... That would have led us in the same place. Actually, it looks like there's a generator or some such on the other side. Oh. And another... Oh, another door that we can't go into yet. Well, some of this area doesn't have electricity to hand, so some of it's not going to readily be available to look. Okay, we went into the kitchen. Ooh, we've got more than a few. Maybe this is where we restore power. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay. Lab 1084, high security containment, engineering section terminal, generator status active, generator output, maintenance 2%. Maintenance mode is active, minimal functions available. Let's modify generator mode. Updating generator mode to normal, disable emergency lighting, activating facility lights, all the things. Maintenance logs. View facility status report. Critical issues. Issue 1. A toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1,243 days ago. 1,243 days ago. Non-critical issues. Sensors indicate Alte Vitae gas is leaking from storage tanks. Gas is toxic to humans. Admin override. Priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the gas storage tank room. Sensors detect that the new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Error. Work order already exists. The existing work order was open 991 days ago and was last accessed 991 days ago.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
So what's going on, Ada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
Smuggler's been handled. Your team isn't cleared to dock at this station. Oh, look at that. Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. How are you?
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
You shouldn't even know about this station, soldier, let alone interface with it.
Shit. Thanks for the warning. Last thing I need is to get fined for overriding security on a restricted station. My team and I will just head out then.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station.
Woo!
They appear to be departing into space.
My dad used to say words have power. You proved them true.
We did the work there, boy. Alright, we just saved ourselves from quite the scrap, I would imagine. Now, the question is, are we going to be able to deal with the robots that we find along the way? Let's not go through there as of yet. Well, actually, we don't have a choice in the matter. Let's go ahead and check all the things. Yeah, at least we got the shroud. Keycard encoder status online. Encode keycard. Okay, we've lost the blank UDL keycard, which is good. Messages. From redacted. Subject closing down. To station security all. A transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS 1084. I've taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personnel effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Cares approved alienist. Personnel files. James is gone and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank, or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer, but I get the impression I'm not the only one. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight, but now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night. Said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. Okay, that was Chief Kimball. Probably need to remember that just in case. That could be important.
Muting volume now.
Now, there was no computer up there. There was one this way.
Step lively, Captain. floor's got teeth.
Ooh, getting that key card got us in here. Okay. Ordnance control helmet. More mag picks. Security routines. The UDL Electrofloor 3000 is online. We are disengaging checkpoint security. Personal files. Log Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet. Just ask Alpha. She walked it off with a spring in her step. Okay. Weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 for my checkpoint, and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. Another research station where everything went horribly wrong. Imagine that. Oh. Okay, that could have been unpleasant. We had walked right by that. Let's go ahead and... It's been 900 some odd days without anyone here is needing some of this stuff. That we know of. Ammo, this must have been a security guard's post. Or bunk. Cosmic smoke. Come on. There you go. I'm expecting to run into a, just a lone survivor. Okay, so these were definitely crew quarters. Nothing in the locker. That's everything cleared out except for through here. Let's go ahead and break down that. All right. Oh dear. Okay. Well then.
Do it.
I want to see if we can see this from the other side now that the lights are on. And we can actually check this one too. How about that? Priority use Kimball. Messages. Regarding your concerns. Of course morale is low. You gave those PhDs tanks of nuclear scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. You asked that I reach out. I'm doing so. Is something amiss with the team? How's their morale? Their commitment to the project? To bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses, the soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower, far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband, but she would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending? Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. Mom. Security routines. Which I guess we could have went ahead and shut down the floor that way, but we know the name now, which is Angelica. And we have got another door here, which I didn't even notice from before. Oh yeah, because it was sealed. That's why. Mechanical Guardian. Oh crap. Oh crap. We got to keep our... Ooh, that's not good. That is a lot of robots. But they currently think we're on their side. So we can at least loot from these. Can't talk to them. Can't go through there because the door is barred. Alright. So, here's what we're going to do, guys. This seems to be a perfect place to go ahead and end the Outer Worlds stream for tonight. And when we get back, this is definitely taking a strange turn. But we'll continue exploring HRS 1084 and see what exactly the scientists are doing. I'm very intrigued with this. And there's 2 floors as well, and we've just explored part of the first floor. But hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will pick this up hopefully on Thursday. Now, if you haven't followed the Twitch channel, please do so. I try and stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays with random times in between. And if you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, I have a link to the Twitch channel in the description below, as well as a link to my Extra Life page, where I raise money for kids in need via Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So please check that out if you feel compelled. Like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you next time. Later days, everyone.